Can they hear us? So we're killing time, people.
We're killing a little bit of time.
So the TV can catch up.
Yeah.
All right, sometimes our
All right. Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a luxurious Friday.
Where did you come up with that? It's cold. Is that luxurious? Luxurious?
Yeah.
Is that
It's
part
luxurious.
of it? Or is it luxurious because it's Friday and it's the weekend?
It's an awesome day today.
It is an awesome day.
It's an awesome day today.
Every day is an
Every
awesome
day
day,
should
isn't
be
it?
an awesome day. Yeah.
But
should
it
be.
is a little chilly today. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
A wee bit chilly, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So how are you today?
I'm peachy keen, Dan. How about yourself?
You know, I think the level of excitement on Monday and Friday are a little bit different.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So you're
I drag a little bit on Monday. Just a little.
Dragon?
I'm just a bit of a dragon.
Bit of a dragon.
My camera's funky.
Well, straighten your camera up.
There we are.
There we go.
Anyway, and then today I'm like, listen, this will be the best hour of my day.
Really?
I don't know. It kind of gets me jump started for the weekend. After I'm at 10 o'clock when I'm finished with this, the weekend is here.
There
for
you
me.
go. For you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a reward.
Yeah.
Payback for all of the grief and strife you've had to put yourself through.
Every day with you.
No. Well, I was
going to say it's a blessing.
I'm the reason you're excited. I'm the reason that you've.
Oh, is that it?
I'm the one that gets you all pumped up during the day that you can go out and face the riffraff.
The riffraff.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what I did yesterday, Dan?
What'd you do?
I made Chex Mix. Do you know how long it's been since I've made Chex Mix? A long time.
Last Christmas?
No, I never make it. I mean, I made it.
Never make it?
Probably since I've lived in the home I'm in now, which has been 10, 11 years.
So what's your recipe for?
The original Chex Mix.
I mean, what do you put in it? You put Chex, of course.
Well, I don't do everything that, I don't do it exactly like they say, but Chex, you have wheat, rice, and corn Chex that you put in. Butter. You got to have the butter.
I think that was all invented by Nabisco or whoever makes Chex.
Whoever. General Mills, I think, is the ones that make Chex Mix. I don't know. And
they're all the same.
You're supposed to get the bagel bite things that are garlic flavored. I couldn't find. Walmart had none of those, so I wasn't the only person making Chex Mix. People.
Do they even make those things anymore?
They do, and I found some that were a different flavor.
What recipe did you pull out?
It was the original one, but all of them were the first ones I came across were like done in the microwave. Well, I'm not doing it in the microwave. I wanted to do it in the oven. The old.
Why would you put it in the microwave?
Well, I guess you don't have to have it cooked. It's just heated to get all the goodness on the bottom, the woo, the oil and the butter, and the seasoned salt from the bottom, and
all the grease and the hydrogenized
all that wonderful
fat,
cholesterol
all that
down
stuff,
there. You got to put that all through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you can carb it out with your cholesterol being high. Speaking of high, I had quit taking my blood pressure medicine. I see I'm just full of stuff today.
Yes.
I had stopped taking it because it bottomed out. Like
cholesterol?
My blood pressure.
Oh, your blood pressure.
4 days ago, it was like, 101 over 67. Of course, I felt lightheaded.
Okay.
So I quit taking it. Yesterday, I can feel this pounding.
Oh.
Took it. It was 149 over 101.
Oh, that's up. It's going back up.
What is the deal?
Well,
I mean, it's just interesting. I guess my point is, too, as I age, it's all weird. Weird stuff happens.
Well, you're one of those people that is just genetically has high blood pressure.
I believe so. You know, and cholesterol, too.
Yeah. Okay.
That tends to be.
And mine's low. And I eat stuff
you don't necessarily.
I eat stuff that's probably not good for me.
You go look at labels and stuff about what has cholesterol in it, and it's stuff I would never have really thought about.
Yeah, like what?
Because when the doctor calls you and says your cholesterol's high, it's like you need to exercise. Well, I freaking exercise.
Oh, yeah.
You need to not eat fried foods. I don't fry my food. I mean, I may pan sear it, but I don't fry. I don't eat fried
Reduce the grease.
Everything that they tell you, are the things you're supposed
doing.
to do. I'm already doing. So it's like my deduction is it's hereditary.
It's hereditary. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
I got off on a tangent on that.
Well, like we eat popcorn a couple times a week for supper. Mm-hmm. It's just
does that fill you up?
Yes.
There's no protein in that whatsoever to help sustain your.
I know, but it's a food that goes through you quick. I mean, it's high in fiber. I know it has a lot of it has what was it, carbohydrates?
Yeah.
But it's not the kind of carbohydrates that stay with you because of all the fiber. So you got to balance all that.
So you eliminate it. Is that what you're saying? I mean,
the fiber,
yeah,
whatever it does. They're not. I mean, we put a ton of butter on it, real butter.
What kind of really?
Yes.
What kind of popcorn do you pop?
Orville Redenbacher.
Is it microwave?
No, it's in I have a thing that swirls. It's got a dome.
Old-fashioned deal.
Yeah. And that's our meal.
I'll be darned.
A couple times a week. I've been doing that for the last 15 so many years. Every week I'll eat.
I'm not sure popcorn would be my go-to for dinner.
Well, and the doctor says, blah, 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 and I'm saying, look, it doesn't spike my sugar, so
it's working for me.
It's working for me. It's a fiber, so back up.
And next thing you know, they're going to come out with a study that says eating popcorn for a meal is 100% good for you.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I just heard the other day that butter now is a superfood, whatever that means. It's supposed to be good for you. It's like one year they said you can eat an egg, but you can't eat the yolk. Now they say the yolk and the white part of the egg, the whole egg, are a great combination. I don't know.
The people that lived before us, like our generations before, didn't have all this information, and they seemed to do okay.
Yeah, it's like they were analyzing what is best for a cat to eat, and it's broken down exactly what's a mouse is made of.
Really,
meat and protein and all the vitamins and minerals. Whatever is in a rodent is what a cat should eat.
Well, they're meant to. That's how they were.
I know. So grind up some.
Why do we keep getting away from?
There should be a company in New York City that grinds up all these rats and makes cat food out of them.
Our guest is from New York City.
We'll have to ask him about that. He may. Does he live in New York?
Yeah.
He may start a side business.
We're going to suggest
rat
that
food delivery. Rat cat food delivery.
And since we talked about our guest,
fresh.
After our break, we will have Wyatt Foley in the house, and he is from New York, but he
was
from
here. Yeah.
But anyway, he's a culinary
and he's
genius.
He's had some restaurant or business here at one time, and it was highly sought after.
Yeah.
You have to take a number, pick a day, stand in line.
You're anyway. I hope he's listening.
No, I doubt it.
I don't think he is. I think he's busy probably doing who knows what.
He's probably scheduling his trip back to New York.
He may be.
Yeah, anyway.
Hey, it's supposed to be sunny today with a high of 37.
Wind chill.
As low as 13.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, okay.
That's quite. Oh, and gust up to 30 miles per hour.
Okay.
30 miles per hour, folks. Tonight is clear with a low of 21. Saturday sunny with a high of 44. Saturday night mostly clear with a low around 25. And Sunday is sunny, high of near 50. Sunday night partly cloudy with a low of 35. Didn't we have some rain in the forecast prior?
We did.
There is coming up.
That's coming up.
So go ahead. You're on Monday.
Monday, 20% chance of showers afternoon, and then it picks up to 60% Sunday night, or Monday night, rather.
Okay.
Overnight low will be 43 degrees, and then Tuesday, showers likely again, cloudy with a high near 53, 70% chance of showers. Tuesday night, 40% chance of showers, low 43. Christmas Day, showers continue, high 55. Wednesday night, Christmas Eve, or Christmas night, will be 43, a low 43. And then Thursday, 20% chance of showers, high 60. So it's going to be quite nice.
Merry Christmas, Bill Boswell. I just got a little message from him.
I want to apologize to the people that are trying to watch the Harrison City Council meeting last night.
Yeah, I saw something.
Everything was running like clockwork, and then 45 minutes in, the computer I use for streaming says, we've got a problem. We're going to have to restart.
Oh, no.
So that took 3 or 4 minutes. We started. I could not connect back to the stream. It just would not allow me to. I don't know what. And I was.
Well,
I worked until the meeting was over, and they said meeting's over. I said I'm sorry. So, but you can watch the first 45 minutes. And it's online right now if you want to go watch it.
There you go.
So anyway,
there's your apology.
did you have something you want to say?
Not at all.
Okay.
I listened to a little bit of the meeting, and then I had to go do something else. But anyway,
Okay, you want to do topic to ponder?
let's do it.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
You want me to read the first line or the last line?
And you read what you want. I'm going to read the first one. You read the second.
Okay.
If you're man enough. No. What is your Christmas wish for the world?
Yes.
I said,
and I have an answer here. It says Anne's answer is world peace. Is that what your answer is?
it was kind of meant to be funny.
Oh, okay.
But hey, world peace. Why not? Right?
Yeah, but what's your real answer?
I don't know. This is what came to mind.
You need to phone-
I had a funny one in mind, and I couldn't ever get serious.
Do you need to phone a friend?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Dan,
What?
what is that?
What is your Christmas wish for the world? I hope it's not spelled that way on our.
What does it say? I didn't read. I mean, I'm not
There's
looking
no
that close.
M. Christus.
Oh, for Pete's. It says Christmas.
Okay,
so
good.
It's correct.
All right, good deal. What is your Christmas wish for the world?
Okay.
I think I want people to understand that there needs to be respect for each other,
True.
and you need to get along. And respect is the first thing you need to do.
That's how you get along, isn't it? By
Respect.
respecting the person.
Respect.
The people.
Respect. You got to respect where the person is on their journey and not try to navigate for them.
Don't you feel like you have evolved in that?
Oh, yeah.
In your life?
Yes.
I mean, even in the last, how long have I known you? 18, 19, whatever, however long we've worked together.
Right.
I'm going on 20-ish. I've seen that. Or at least you're more vocal
Oh,
about
me
it.
personally? You see that in me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're more, at least you express it more. I can tell by some of the things I talk to you about or something, that your response is like trying to put the other side of the story in there.
I think when you're, I don't know about everybody else, but I think you see the world from your side only.
Well, yeah, you do.
And you complain and argue and point fingers and then things happen and you realize, that's my perspective.
Right.
And it's a singular thing. And there's 40 million or however many other perspectives out there, and they may not all align with everyone.
Right.
So you got to have respect first for other people, no matter how silly it sounds. Sometimes people say things and I'll go, cuckoo.
It doesn't mean we don't have our own opinion.
Yeah, but then you go, okay, that person's living that dream.
That's their story.
Yes.
Or their journey.
That's their journey. Everyone,
whether I agree with it or not, whether I think it's silly, whatever.
And everybody's making choices for themselves every single second of the day.
So you hope in turn that people see that about you.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. And if they don't,
world peace, like I say, world peace.
World peace. There you go. World peace. Go to our Facebook page at Around the Table. And our question for our topic to ponder for today is, what is your Christmas wish for the world?
Get on it, people. We have no responses yet. We want to know your thoughts. Thank you very much.
It's a deep one. You have to ponder this one a little longer. And I know it's Friday, and you're thinking of other things, but please take us half a second. And I don't want a yes or no answer. Yes.
Well, I don't think I could answer that with a yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's history time at Around the Table. Let's go.
Okay.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Love the movie.
That was number 2. Okay.
Oh, was
78.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
78 years ago today, It's a Wonderful Life had a preview showing for charity in New York. A day before its official premiere, in this scene, Jimmy Stewart's character, George Bailey, rejects the job from Mr. Potter, the richest man in town, when he realizes Potter only wants to eliminate him as a business rival.
Okay. This was 145 years ago today. Back in 1879, Thomas Edison demonstrated his electric incandescent light in Menlo Park, New Jersey. Edison reflected on the contributions years later. And I've heard that the electric light bulb, one of the electric light bulbs that he invented, is still burning today.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's quite amazing.
And it's in a museum somewhere.
Wow.
And I was talking to somebody about
That's
that.
1879. Wow.
Yeah, and they said that the light bulbs were made to burn out so they could sell more.
Well, sure. Oh, of course they were. Duh.
So the filament that he used inside the light bulb was
That's probably the game changer.
impervious, I would
Right.
imagine, and works today.
Huh.
Okay.
"35 years ago today, U.S. troops invaded Panama to hunt down and capture Panama's leader, Manuel Noriega. President Bush called the mission Operation Just Cause."
Okay. Everybody's got an opinion about something.
Yep.
22 years ago today, Trent Lott gave up his fight to remain Senate Republican leader. He had come under fire for remarks at a 100th birthday party for Senator Strom Thurmond that implied support for segregation. Thurmond had run for president in 1948 as a segregationist and carried Lott's home state of Mississippi. This was the first time a Senate party leader had been forced out.
Okay, we can't do the next one, the audio, but we'll talk through them. 76 years ago today, British musician and engineer Alan Parsons was born. He worked on the Beatles' Let It Be album, but he is best known as the keyboardist for the Alan Parsons Project. Eye in the Sky, you might remember.
All right. And also another birthday cut, 58 years ago today, rock singer Chris Robinson was born. Robinson is best known as the frontman for the American rock group The Black Crowes, and one of their hit songs was Go Faster.
David Cook, American Idol winner, was born this day 42 years ago. And Time of My Life was one that I guess he sung.
And then our last birthday cut is 34 years ago today. JoJo was born. Singer JoJo was born, and he had a hit called Too Little, Too Late.
Is it a girl or a boy?
I don't know.
I think it might be a girl.
I don't know.
Y'all, this is how up to date we are.
Oh, it does.
We
Yeah,
don't
the,
know.
her,
I
her,
think it's a her.
her, yes.
I think it's a her. Okay.
Unless
so,
she identifies as something totally different, and we got it wrong.
which could happen.
Which could happen. All right. You want to introduce what's coming up next?
We're going to take a break, and after that, we will have Wyatt Foley in with us to talk about his culinary genius, is what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Is he gonna whip up something here?
I wish he would. He didn't bring anything.
He didn't bring a chef's hat or an apron or any cookery.
Cookery.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Cutlery, cookery.
Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to Around the... You want to introduce your guest here?
Wyatt Foley is here, and we just talked about our topic to ponder and that world peace. You know, I said world peace, and I think yours would be let it be or let us be. Just let people be.
Yeah.
Just let people be. Let us do our thing.
Exactly. But we have Wyatt Foley here, and I'm tickled to have you
I'm
in
tickled
the
her.
studio.
Tickled her.
We were harassing him because he came empty-handed, but it's okay.
I was expecting platters and all kinds of, your...
No,
your,
It's
he's
in the oven,
he's on
Dan.
vacation.
It's in the oven.
There you go.
He's on vacation. He is I'm gonna say a renowned chef. I think you
that's
are.
kind of you.
Especially
That's very
in
generous.
our area.
Well, you were renowned here.
Yes, you were.
People loved what you created.
Well, having the diner and stuff here, it was such a nice group of people, such a great group of customers. And, when you grew up in a small town like this and you know everybody and everybody knows you and your family, it was,
Right.
it was a very easy and rewarding thing to do.
Yeah.
And then you went and you were at Jasper at the Arkansas House as well
Arkansas
for a
House,
while,
yeah,
right?
for a
So
while
you've
before I
had
moved back
several
to-
different places here that you've
I'm
part
never
of.
one to be afraid to try something.
good.
Never one. To be afraid.
Is that what it takes to be a good... I don't want to confine it to being a chef, but anything that you want to go after in the world, you just got to brave it, right?
I'm fortunate in that thing that I don't have any other, I don't have little mouths to feed or, children or other people. So I'm able to take risks that, that other people would not have felt comfortable doing.
Yeah.
And so I'm not afraid to try something, throw it against the wall. If it works, great. If it doesn't, fine. But,
Do you ever have
I just want to
flops?
be the man in the arena. I don't want to be the one sitting in the cheap seats criticizing the people who are actually doing something. I just,
Do you ever cook a flop?
Oh. Good.
Really?
Man.
Really?
Yes, yeah. You just try stuff. Sometimes I mix spice. I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be great. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's not good.
You don't put that on your video.
Well no. There's a,
Aren't there
there's a
is there a
bloopers,
blooper
there's a bloopers
What-
reel.
And
but
what
it's
I'm referring
not
to
coming
is
out.
I follow Wyatt
Walt.
on
Wayne.
whatever I was going to call
Wyatt.
you on social media, and you do short little videos and they're recipes, and I've seen that that's grown now to where people can subscribe, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But the videos are very helpful. I mean, they're very quick, so you don't have to. You may have to write quick.
What-
I've done some of your little.
When I first, and I kind of started doing this not as a lark. It's something that I wanted to do, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try. When I moved back to New York, which will be almost 3 years, January 3rd.
This is not your first time in New York.
No, I lived in New York from 2005 to 2011 as well, and then
Okay.
I moved back here. But then I moved back in, I think it was January 3rd of 2022, and I started doing some little recipe things, and I thought, you know what, and I'd been on TikTok just as a voyeur, if you will, just
Right.
looking at other people's videos, and I thought, I'm going to try to do a few of these and
do
see how I
this.
can do this. So I had to I look back at my early ones and I just cringe at the editing and the bobblehead talking head that I did. But it's been an evolution, and I had to figure out what was the time frame that worked.
Right.
And about 1.5 to 2 minutes is what really works well. That's kind of the sweet spot. And I took out all of I'm going to show you how to chop a carrot or chop an onion. I feel like we can all handle that, even if we're good at it or not. If you cut your fingers, whatever.
Wait, yeah.
I'm not going to show you how to chop things up.
I used a grater thing that I saw on one of your things. It was really sharp because, I tried to clean it.
Is it one of the full star vegetable choppers?
don't
Oh,
remember
like
what
late, yeah.
Like-
Well, someone messaged me the other day and they're like, all of your vegetables are always so nice and such a uniform
know.
thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's not being a chef. That's called a full star vegetable chopper.
You get your vegetables.
They're-
Anyway, I digress. But what is your training as being a chef? To
So
start
I
with?
have a degree in hospitality management for the University of Nevada in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And so it was.
Is that what hospitality management is?
So at the time that I did it, it was both hotel and culinary, and you had
Okay.
to do both. I think now in their program, you can choose to either go strictly hotel or you can do strictly culinary.
Okay.
But when
Okay.
I did it, it was both, and so you have equal parts of hotel training as well as the culinary aspect as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did
So
not know that.
that was my formal
And
training.
you've just evolved into.
And I mean, my earliest culinary training was I had two grandmothers. My grandmother Moore, who I called Honey, and my grandmother Foley, who I called Granny, were a huge influences in my life. You know, they both love to cook. They taught me to do it from a very young age. They did
And
it.
you had a love for it.
I
Then,
had a love
guess,
for it because
so.
they had a love for it. I mean, everything that they did, just it tasted delicious. But you knew that they did it because they loved it. And my mom has, supported everything that I've done. She's bought me enough Le Creuset that she could retire if we sold it all.
Yes, I wasn't sure how you even said that. But I noticed you.
That's
did
how
one.
I say it. Who knows?
I'm sure you know.
But she's supported me, and and she was a wonderful cook. I mean, she cooked dinner 6 or 7 nights a week,
Right.
and everything was always delicious. And so I never had a fear of it. It's one of those things that I'm never afraid, to try something. If it works, great, and if it doesn't, then do it differently the next time.
But now you can come along with him.
You can come along with me now,
right?
Yeah.
And you can do that, like I say, watching his videos. But you're doing a subscribe thing now. So what is that?
Yeah, so it just launched. I think it launched on Tuesday, and it's thatguyycooks.com, and I can tell you where that guy YY came from. My nephew Rocco had trouble saying my name when he was little, so he called me YY, and he got frustrated with his mom one time when she was asking him who about something. He goes, "That guy YY," and so that was when I came up with my Instagram. I was just like, I'm just going to call myself That Guy YY. So that's where it comes from. But the site is That Guy YY Cooks, and you can sign up for a subscription from me. There's 4 levels of subscription. One's free, and then there's a graduation of an entry level, an intermediate, and what's called a Michelin star level. And you get a lot more than you'll get from my social media. You get recipe cards. You can get one-on-one coaching. If you're at the highest level, we're going to take trips to Paris, Rome, and Florence at the end of 2025.
Oh, boy.
And those are guided trips. They're limited to just 15 people that
Oh,
to be part of the
darn.
Michelin star level. Yeah. And so,
Wow.
one of the reasons I did it is because I get so many people that reach out to me, especially through TikTok, because I have a total of like 70,000 followers, and 57,000 of them are on TikTok, which we'll see what happens to TikTok. But
Right.
So I've been working to migrate those people not from just following me on TikTok to following me
Other
to having
platforms.
both their email address and and so we've
okay.
just in
Okay.
launching the subscription on Tuesday, we've had like 700 people sign up for the subscriptions.
Awesome.
And so,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you he makes it very easy for you to follow the steps.
Well, and that's why I call myself a culinary cook, because it's cooking to me is an art. Baking is very much a science, and that's why you don't see me bake very much, because you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, and that's not really my strong suit.
So you don't like to pay attention, really?
I don't really like to pay attention. It's not my thing. I like to just try stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. If you're baking, you got to measure, and I did a little of this and a
Yeah.
little of that, and I want people to feel comfortable cooking.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You're not going to do anything in the kitchen that you can't recover from, and it's
really?
Well, I mean, don't set the house on fire. Have a fire
Yeah,
extinguisher.
yeah,
But
yeah.
just it's the greatest way to build relationships with friends and family. I think
Yeah.
we've gotten so
Cooking's
far away
good,
from
yeah.
people, cooking and sharing that with people, and so that's what I like to do
When you come home, do you cook?
all the time. Dad and I
So
made
it's not
breakfast
you
this
don't
morning.
you don't need to. I mean, you don't
It's
feel
not-
like that's
it's-
my down.
No, I don't.
Your
It's
thing.
nothing that I need to decompress. From.
therapy.
It's there. Yeah, I love it. It's cathartic. Cooking is cathartic to me.
Are you doing any Christmas cooking, desserts or anything like that
So I
this
don't.
time
I
of
don't
year?
do
or
a lot of desserts just because.
You'd rather have the savory.
I'm a meat and potatoes person
Okay.
myself, but my mom and I are going to make chocolate pies. We're going to make lemon meringue pie. Sometimes I do a Christmas trifle, but I'm not going to do one this year just because we've got plenty of other things going on. But I am going to make a 17-pound prime rib on Christmas.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Oh, I bet that's. What time is?
Yeah, what time are you having that one?
You bring the dessert.
I'll bring
12
some
o'clock, you
dessert.
Bring the dessert.
So, what's your favorite dish? Can you name a favorite, or the one that a favorite of yours, but then a favorite you like to cook, and they may be the same thing.
There's a few. My cashew chicken is one of my favorite things to eat, and you've heard of Springfield style cashew chicken. From Springfield, Missouri, there was a guy, David Leong. He had Leongs for forever. He came to this country from China, very young. Tried to sell his cashew chicken in Springfield, but he did a sautéed chicken and it didn't work. And he's like, I need to switch this over and make this a fried chicken with this wonderful sauce on it. And I mean, it just took off and went crazy.
Wow.
And so I've tried. He never would. My mom tried to buy his recipe from him for years.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Couldn't
never
bribe
would.
the
And so I
man.
finally, I got it to as close as I could get to that. So that's my favorite thing to make.
Wow.
Chicken piccata, chicken marsala.
I've had one or both of those
Yes.
of yours when you were at the down
Yeah, love
doing your thing there. It was
those.
phenomenal.
Love those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like stick to your ribs type of stuff.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So again, you can follow Wyatt. Do you have a Facebook?
If you follow me on Facebook, it's just Wyatt Foley.
Okay,
If you
just
follow
your-
me on Instagram or TikTok, it's that guy YY.
And then on TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
Follow it. But you can look at his offer to subscribe. And
Yeah.
Anyway, so you got anything interesting going on while you're here this week? Besides cooking and making pies?
Going to Branson today to do a little shopping.
Okay. Are you done? Are you finished with?
No, start now. Start now. No, it's not
Typical
totally true.
guy. Wait till the
probably
last minute.
25%. 25%. But we've got Amazon now, so it's
But they're on strike.
What?
You better watch. You didn't know that?
What
Yeah,
does
they
that
were on
mean?
strike. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on strike.
Oh no. Oh, why did
I mean,
come?
well,
Oh no. I was
When did
happy
you
to-
no.
When did you order?
Well, I ordered some of it this morning.
Oh.
well,
okay.
it may not be.
May
it
not
may not
affect
affect
anybody.
But I
Well,
think there's some.
We'll just
some,
stuff some cash in envelopes.
You know
in
what?
There you go.
Well, you know what? that works for me. I'm not saying do that.
Stuff some cash in envelopes.
There you go. Anything you want to add to our You're kind of a person of interest, but I wanted to talk about this what you do to make you a person of interest. But is there anything you want to say to viewers or listeners that I don't know some great tip of cooking or
Just
being
don't,
a chef or
don't be afraid.
But-
Just don't be afraid.
Okay.
Get a recipe. If you want to make changes to the recipe, make changes to the recipe.
Don't worry
Just
about
try
screwing it up or-
Don't worry about screwing it up. It's
It-
so
sometimes it
much, so
doesn't
much
turn
easier
out.
than it looks.
Sometimes it never turns out
Sometimes
right.
things don't
do you
turn
go
out.
ahead and eat it when you do a flop?
I mean, it all depends on how bad it is. I try to be good about using kitchen timers, but sometimes I'm bad about putting something in the oven.
You don't put a
And
timer
walk
on.
then
away.
I think that I did, and it turns out I didn't, and I'm like, well, that smells odd. And then there's my neighbors in my apartment building, like, oh, well, he's burned something again.
Oh my gosh.
If I ever make bread for a dinner party, guaranteed it's going to be charcoal briquettes. I burn bread every time. Every single time.
Well, I'll talk to you after we
Yeah.
get off air. But anyway,
Wyatt, thanks so much for
Thank
coming
you all
in,
for
buddy.
having
Thank
me.
you.
Merry
It's
Christmas, everybody.
good to see you, and glad you're back in town, and have a safe trip back to New York City.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Whereabouts in New York do you live?
I live on the Upper East Side.
Upper East Side.
78th and the East River.
okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Can you get fresh vegetables? Do they have street vendors and
Yeah, there's
All
fresh
that kind of
markets.
stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the great things.
Yeah.
About living in the city.
and you don't have to drive, I guess.
No, I don't know. I don't own a car. Thank the Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so
He
easy.
can get ingredients that probably sometimes are a little challenging here.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know,
there's
for
you
some
know, you
things,
can
but
Yeah.
get bat wing
But,
or
yeah.
whatever you need to get.
you can,
Yeah,
fix
it's
it.
It's nice
Yeah.
to be there for that.
Good to
Yeah.
see you.
Good to see you all too.
Hey, have
Thank
a
you.
great holiday. Merry Christmas and safe trip back to New York City.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more for you from Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. If you were listening to the interview before with Wyatt Foley, his TikTok address is that guy WYWY. It's not YY, it's WYWY. So if
That's
you're looking for
YY.
him,
I mean, it's from Wyatt. The first two letters.
WY, yes.
YY, yeah.
Two WYs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, that guy YY.
Yeah.
I invite you to go and follow him wherever you can follow him because he's quite accomplished and he makes everything look. He makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what professionals do.
yeah,
But
we like to have
they're simplified so that you can follow it.
yeah. And I might even create a dish from that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you might
I might.
create your own
I
spiel.
was just going to say, people like Wyatt are we classify them, put them in a little category of person of interest.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be a good time if you know somebody like Wyatt that would be of interest, that is accomplished in some way or accomplished something pretty unique or
Yeah.
interesting in your life. We'd like
Doesn't
to
have
know.
to be
We'd-
profound,
no.
but interesting.
we could have them on the show.
Sure, but you
So-
got. We would invite you to send us a message on our Facebook
Yeah.
page.
We have a way.
Or-
Some of the Facebook pages won't allow messages, but we can. You can send us messages on there. So
Right. Or call here at the station. I don't know what the number is off the top of my head, but I would prefer that you send us a message so that Hillary doesn't have to deal with any of it.
okay.
Anyway,
All right.
so and I wonder. Since Wyatt's from New York, this in Times Square they've swapped out last year's giant crystal ball,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't know they swapped them out.
I didn't know they swap balls like that.
Me neither.
Okay.
With the new one they'll use for the annual New Year's Eve ball drop is what they're swapped it with. But anyway, and if you've ever wondered what to do with the old one, apparently they gave it away.
Now where did it go?
New Yorkers were invited to snatch up one of the 2,700 crystal triangles that made up the 12-foot wide, 12,000-pound sphere.
12,000
Each
pounds.
triangle is about 5 inches. It could make for a cool ornament, though. It could. But I think that's quite interesting. I didn't know. I mean, I never really thought about the fact that it had to come apart. You know what I mean? It didn't come as a whole, right?
No.
That'd
the
be
little
like
pieces
1,200
of-
pounds.
of
How you
mirror.
freaking going to do
Well,
that?
just like the old, I think it's the Brooklyn Bridge, the old one that they redid. It had wood. It was made out of wood,
Right.
and they demolished that, and they would sell souvenir strips of the bridge.
Well, sure.
Maybe they should
Anything to
sell
make money.
souvenirs from the mirrors.
But they're giving it away.
Okay.
So,
But the people that are taking them could potentially profit from it somehow.
would you ever want to be? No, I know a lot of families who have been to New York for Christmas this year,
Mm-hmm.
or not necessarily on Christmas Day, but
Right.
they've made that trip, and that's something that's on my bucket list. I think that
To-
would be a
to
cool.
go to New York
Yes, the
on-
only problem, sometimes is the weather.
Right.
I've been snowed out of a trip to New York before, so I speak from experience.
And you want to go just around Christmas?
I would like to go around Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Where is the I forget what it's called.
the tree.
No, where they have the tree and
Rockefeller
then
Center.
Rockefeller Center, where
Yeah.
they have the skating rink.
Oh, no, I probably won't be on the ice skates.
And you know who built that?
Who?
I think Trump did all that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he
Okay, I didn't know that.
invested in doing all that.
Okay.
Anyway,
Also, a blind cat is saved after walking onto ice flow falling into the pond. Wait, so let me
Oh.
say that again. Blind cat saved after walking onto ice flow falling into the pond. It was a blind old cat named Tiki. Somehow wandered onto an ice floe, FLOE, and drifted onto a frigid pond in Massachusetts, and then kept walking right into the water. Bless its heart. That makes me sad. It wasn't. If it wasn't for a couple of construction workers, a rowboat, and a shovel, Tiki would have become a cat sickle. He was fished out and survived, but the vet said for a while there the cat's body temperature was so low it didn't even register on a thermometer.
ouch!
I know.
Wow.
But you think about people that they fall through ponds like that and
Yeah.
freezing cold outside. What do you do?
You just
You
try
do
to
the
revive
best you
them.
can.
Best you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
You turn them every now and then over the fire to warm them up. You put them in a blanket, I'm sure, or a electric blanket of some kind. Okay, that's probably as bad as
You
my.
know what? That whole story was a flop. Complete flop.
Well, this would may be of interest to you. The FAA creates a no drone zone. This is the Federal Aviation Administration.
Yes.
They've created a no drone zone.
I thought we already had no. Oh, we had no fly zones.
No, no fly,
For
but
zo-
no
for those.
drone zones.
But
You
I thought
can't-
they already had that.
I think this is new.
Okay.
And if you disobey the no drone zones, they will shoot them down. That's what it says here. The FAA is so serious about solving the drone mystery that it's just drawn up the new drone zones in New Jersey and New York, and even issued a shoot 'em down order for any drone caught in the restricted areas.
Wow.
The feds will even arrest operators who fly over big cities, prisons, military bases, at least until January the 17th, when the order expires. Police on Long Island, New York, have also authorized sharpshooters to take out
Whoa.
any drones flying over sensitive sites.
I thought that drones were not supposed to fly in certain areas.
There are certain areas that you can't. I've got a drone and I can't fly it in an airport zone.
Okay.
And there's areas that are restricted.
So this is more
Basically,
involved in that.
What they're saying is if you ignore the zones that you're not supposed to be in, including some of these other areas,
Yeah, they've added some.
they will. Usually, they will. If they catch you, they'll send you a warning or a fine or whatever. They're going to shoot them down. So
They're done.
put your drone up; it could be shot down.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and you want to read this one?
Yes, this is horrible. It's horrible. If you log into your bank account or even your email with two-factor authentication,
Which is a big deal now.
that's what
they
most
want you to
things
do.
are. That's what you're
Yeah.
advised to do. The FBI is begging you not to have those codes texted to you unless you don't mind being hacked. They found that the security codes the bank, Gmail, and Outlook send to your phone are not encrypted and can easily be phished by scammers, especially after Chinese nerds hacked into Verizon and AT&T networks. The Fed suggests using encrypted services like Telegram and WhatsApp, or better yet, use one of those
Authentication.
Yeah, that one.
Authentication apps.
Thank
And that's
you,
what
app.
we use for this
Ours.
radio station. But the other day, my bank changed their programming, did some
Yes.
updates, and I spent an hour going back and forth doing exactly what they didn't want you. This report says not to do. So
now when you think you're safe doing that, you're not.
so
So what's your...
Yeah, two-factor authentication is not secure if you receive text or email. Ugh,
Wow.
it's frustrating. The best thing to do is get an encrypted services like Telegram, WhatsApp, or something else that's free of all that stuff. Oh my
Well,
gosh!
we could always go to... I don't know how you do that, though. We're not in charge of the ones sending the codes out. I
Yeah.
get codes for everything.
Yeah, I know.
Like
me too.
all kinds of stuff.
Me too.
Good
Oh,
grief.
did you see the story about the stinky pigs?
What a bunch of ham that is.
Oh, we had a story last week about the toilets overflowing
Yes, in an airplane.
in an airplane, and the water was sloshing
Like,
in the plane.
so they
and-
moved everybody to the front of the plane
brother.
because to avoid the sewage in the back
Yuck.
of the plane.
Anyway, there was a flight that was diverted because of hundreds of stinky pigs in a cargo hold. AKLM flight from Amsterdam to Mexico City had to divert because of a strong smell coming from the cargo hold. No, it wasn't somebody's suitcase full of sweaty socks or the toilet overflowing. It was coming from 100 live pigs in the cargo hold. It was also bad that the plane had to stop for a fresh air break in Bermuda.
Wow. I'm
Wow.
glad, that's not been my experience on a plane as of yet.
Yeah, well,
I will
one
hope
thing
that continues.
one thing good they did was they gave the passengers a hotel stay while the pigs were checked out by a vet, and they were fine. Just a little stinky.
Okay, a hotel stay, maybe a voucher. How about
Voucher.
the voucher?
Yeah, something. Hey, man,
Let's pay for your flight.
We have to take another break before we leave for this show, so hang in there. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table. Just a few minutes before we have to call it quits for the day. There's a couple stories I really want to kind of bring up. We talked about the Amazon strike.
Yes.
It says here, depending on who you ask, the national Amazon strike is either the worst that could possibly happen to you or something you won't even notice.
Oh.
Now, I ordered something a few days ago before this strike, and it's coming today. So it skirted all that.
Okay.
Whatever.
That's good.
Thousands of Amazon workers walked off their job at 7 huge warehouses, including the ones in New York, San Francisco, and Atlanta, demanding better pay and working conditions. The union says it's going to cripple orders and maybe ruin Christmas, but Amazon says most deliveries aren't even affected by it since the unionized workers only make up about 1% of Amazon's total staff and still have 586 other warehouses that aren't striking.
Oh, okay.
No, anyway. Just
Did
to
you know
let
there's a
about that.
potato cartel?
A potato cartel?
Mm-hmm.
Are they smuggling potatoes in from somewhere?
Well, 4 companies are being sued for allegedly conspiring with each other to raise the prices of frozen potato products.
Oh, so the potato farmers are having a little backroom meetings and,
They're
hey,
doing
buddy,
something.
we got to control this.
I mean, they even name them here. McCain Foods, Cavendish Farms, Lamb Weston, and J.R. Simplot
so they're all
controls
buddies.
98% of the
there
frozen
you
potatoes in the United States. Isn't it? You're from where? Ohio, not Idaho. Never
Idaho,
mind.
no.
The class action suit also accuses employees of one of the companies of talking about price fixing over text instead of email.
Ooh.
So there's no paper trail.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we
That's
know
how you do
it's
it.
bad. Because
No
there's
potato
no
is
paper
safe.
No potato or no consumer of potatoes is safe.
And if you eat a chip, you're part of the conspiracy.
Exactly. Okay, that was a fun one.
Oh, and you've heard of this weight loss drug. What's it
Which
called?
one?
The
Ozempic,
Ozempic,
Wegovy,
blah, 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 blah.
Mounjaro.
Well, Nestle's, the chocolate maker
Yes.
that makes the chocolate milk and the candy bars, is jumping into the weight loss drug train. Yes, really. Nestle's is launching a protein shot in the United States that's supposed to help you drop those extra pounds. The company says that shot triggers are reaction in the body similar to Wegovy, but not quite as strong. However, experts say it's more likely to help you keep weight off than lose it. That would be helpful.
But what an oxymoron. Nestle, who makes a lot of stuff,
Right,
but you think you kind of synonymous with chocolate
right.
or goodies,
Right.
if you will, and they're going to have a weight loss.
Well, there's probably a disclaimer on the wrapper. It says you take the shots, but you got to eat more chocolate, Nestle chocolate,
But don't
to
some
be
people
more
get
effective.
don't some people get kind of sickly with those shots and stuff? So
I've heard that,
you
yeah.
know, yeah. Wow. I don't. Everybody's going to fly on the coattails of the shot. I'm not dizzing the fact that it's helped people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's helped
Yeah.
a lot of people, but I think it's probably abused.
I think
as all
it-
things intend to be.
If you want to put yourself back on track, that's probably a good thing, but not for a permanent solution.
Well, I would agree with that. If you need
Yeah.
to, if you need to get to a goal, whatever, go for it. And then, but some people have to go back and check. I guess they go check
Yeah.
your whatever. What is it you check? Your A1C.
A1C, yeah.
And do they do that with people who just do this for weight loss?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess if you have weight loss, maybe your A1C might be elevated anyway. I don't know how all that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, I'm getting too technical. So.
One more thing, we've talked about Big Lots closing, and I talked to the manager over there. Said
Yes.
that they're not going to close. They're not whatever.
Guess what?
Well, it's pretty ironic that Big Lots is going bankrupt, considering that most of the stuff they sell comes from bankrupt stores. But after 3 months of trying to figure out how to stay in business, Big Lots is closing down all of their
Wow.
900 locations. And that means they're going to be selling off already discounted furniture, clothes, cosmetics, appliances, and even less. And if they can't find another company to buy the whole shebang, they plan to throw a giant going out of business sale as early as next week.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Last
All
day
right.
of autumn is today.
Oh, boy.
Also, your National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day is today, which neither one of us participated in. National Go Caroling Day, Sangria Day, and anniversary of It's a Wonderful Life.
All right.
Everybody, we hope you have a wonderful weekend doing
Yep.
whatever it is you do.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday.